Welcome back everybody, John Bannon here with another video. Today we're going to be taking a look at Lobotomy Eagle Red Sheet Sinclair. So, his kit is very much a Rupture kit. His main benefit, or his main gimmick, is talismans, which we'll get into a little bit. So his skill 1 is Magnifying Wound. It's a 5 base with plus 5 power. It says on hit inflict 2 Rupture. Head to head, if the target has 5 Rupture, gain 1 Talisman. Talisman basically says on hit, inflict Rupture by the count. When hit, gain Rupture by the count. Turn end at 6 plus count, remove all Talisman and take fixed damage by its count. So, this character wants to build up Talisman, builds up Rupture, and it benefits a lot from it. His skill 2 is Proliferating Talisman. It's a 4 base with plus 3. It could go all the way up to 13. So, all 3 hits add Talisman, and its last hit on hit, if the target has 3 plus Rupture, gain 1 Talisman. His skill 3 is Rupturing Talisman. It's a 5 base with plus 6, so this can go up to 17. And its first hit says spend 5 Talisman on self, give 5 Talisman. And on hit, if the target has Talisman, inflict 1 Rupture count. His defense is Guard, on use gain 1 Talisman. On himself, his passive is Unfix a Talisman. On 3... Whereas we have on hit, if the target has Rupture, gain 1 Talisman. And his support is at the start of the combat phase, gain with the highest resonance times 2 Talisman to ally with the most HP. So overall, I'd say he's okay. His health is 157, his speed is 3 to 7, so he is on the slightly faster side. But we're going to pair him with our boy 3-star Honglu K Corp, and we're running basically a full Rupture team. This is as close to a proper decent Rupture team that we're going to get with some solid units. It's probably going to seem really jank, but we're going to take him into the EXP dungeon and see how it plays out. So, let's win rate our way through and see what happens. In these battles where we can't control where our units hit, it's better just to do... Oh god. Oh god. Better to do 1 hit. Yeah, fragile. It's better to do the win rate because there's no way to be able to properly apply Rupture down to everyone. Even though this is technically a full Rupture team, it's probably not really going to be able to put Rupture consistently for it to make it work. I'd say overall, K Corp, Honglu, and also just Rupture in general is just in like a really weird spot, because Rupture dissipates the moment the enemy takes a tick of damage, which makes it really hard to be able to just go at it. And even now, oh, maybe not good. Paralyze is no bueno, but even now, even with everything against our boy Sinclair, he can do work, but honestly speaking, I feel like the character's gonna get outclassed by Ishmael or Otis. Because when you're going with this type of team build, right, not being able to target the enemies and apply Rupture count consistently feels pretty bad. Since without being able to target where you want your units to attack and go, you're not going to be able to have a very solid, consistent way of applying Rupture properly. And not everyone has their kit where all skills apply Rupture. This is just the best kit that I can make out to be with the Rupture kit, but it's just unfortunately not going to be strong enough to be able to make it worthwhile. We have units that do some really solid damage, but having it centered around Rupture is really hard, since Rupture dissipates really quickly. Even though our units can do decent damage, without being able to apply Rupture, we can't really put a strong amount. If there was a way where every character's skill applies Rupture count, I think it would be okay, but because we're not really applying Rupture count, we're going to have a tough spot to be really able to take advantage of units such as K Corp Honglu, and also just Talisman Sinclair. Like, it's not gonna be that pretty. Honestly, if I had to take a guess right now, I want to say that Ishmael might possibly have the second highest damage. K Corp probably the first most likely, but we'll take a look and see where the damage charts lead us to. Oh, surprisingly, Sinclair most damage, 261, 259, 244, 234, and 205. So this is with a full Rupture team. But let's see what happens if we take out the quote-unquote Rupture and swap them out with units that are just universally higher damage. So we're going to put Sinclair, he'll go first, they'll go second, Heathcliff will go third, and we'll go, who's got some big damage? We'll do Ryoshu, and let's just throw, that will keep him more consistent, level 30 all the way through. Let's do the one who grips. And we're going to have Sinclair and Honglu. These guys, they're going to get their first act first, so we'll see if it does even more damage. And now this is where we get to compare to see. In a Rupture team, everyone's damage is pretty much the same, but in a team where you don't have the Rupture synergy, let's just see how much they compare side to side. But we're going to make it so that Sinclair and Honglu are going to get the benefit of the doubt. They're going to get to go first, so they're going to get their skill attacks first, and we're going to see how their damage stacks up. Now, we're fighting these bad boys, and we will see in terms of damage, like, just where everyone's at. Because the biggest thing right now is that with new characters, personally, in my opinion, if they don't do a lot of damage, they're kind of not that good. And by a lot of damage, I mean they have to be universally very, very strong for me to even consider putting them on my team. So, solid damage throughout. Sinclair's gonna get 2 skills. He's gonna get to act. Ryoshi's gonna do her damage. Okay. Faust is gonna do her damage. I will say though, with their skill, Sinclair does definitely have like a high amount of skill coin flip potential. But we're gonna see if this is still enough. Both of these guys are gonna be able to act twice, so Honglu and N Corp should have, or Sinclair and Honglu should have the most damage if they get to act twice, and they should be able to throw out the most amount of damage, I would say. However, I would say that Heathcliff might be a close second. It's hard to say. I would say that in terms of just like damage potential overall, it really depends on like what team I'll be going for. By using the character as is, Sinclair, or at least 2-star Sinclair, feels decently strong because his coin flips are pretty high. It's just that Talisman gimmick with Rupture doesn't make a lot of sense, at least not right now. Alright, let's see where all the damage is going to go now. Heathcliff finally has his second skill, so he'll be able to use 2 skills now, and we're going to see if that's even going to make a difference. Oh shoot, Sinclair's going to get staggered. Yeah, Sinclair's going to get staggered, a little bit unfortunate, but Honglu's still going to be able to act. Ryoshi's going to be able to act too. Oh, squish, squish, squish. Alright, little bit awkward that Sinclair got staggered out, but the damage should be relatively close. And once this battle's done, we'll be able to really compare to see just how much the Rupture helps in this team comp. Because right now, we are not doing anything but just having these guys attack normally. With Sinclair going first, he gets 2 skills first. Heathcliff has 2 skills, or not Heathcliff. Honglu goes able to get his second skill second, so these guys should be doing the most damage, I would say. Should be, keyword is should be. Alright, let's check out the damage charts. Alright, so Heathcliff, even though he was the 3rd one to get his second skill up, or second skill up, he still did the most damage. When we're looking at the damage, you can see how fast, if you're not using a Rupture build, the damage of these characters tank significantly. Because 2 factors, speed and individual damage. If you don't have the damage, I feel like it's fine because they do have decent utility, but when compared, just looking at the damage charts just like this, Sinclair and Honglu, there were characters that got 2 skill slots in the beginning, but even with those 2 skill slots at the beginning, they weren't really able to outdamage Heathcliff or Ryoshu for the matter of fact. So I would say that Sinclair, honestly, he's a decent 2-star unit that can do quite a bit of damage, but that's only if you center him around a team comp that does play around Rupture. But even then, Rupture is still a little bit weak. Anyways, guys, let me know what you guys think about the new characters, Sinclair and Honglu. They're both nice, but I would still say that they feel... Okay, let me rephrase it. They feel weak compared to N Corp Sinclair. I think that's the better way of putting it, okay? They feel kind of weak compared to N Corp Sinclair. N Corp Sinclair just smashes everything. So all the other units just feel a little bit lackluster. Anyways, John Panio signing out. Let me know if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, and what you guys think about these new characters. Alright, yeah, calling it. That's the video. Bye for now.